A champion only has to just trundle it down and in, maybe. Oh, what a lovely way. A lovely way to finish. In the words of Henry Longhurst, that's possibly the shortest putt ever to win a great championship. And in she goes.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, BeatinTheBookie, here to give some free plays for the British Open. This week, we head overseas to Royal St. George Country Club in Sandwich, England for the British Open. The last time this course hosted was 2011, as Darren Clarke was the victor at 5 under par. I definitely think the course will play lower this year due to the fact that we're not expecting much wind. And also, Gary Player calls this course the easiest on the rotation. So look for a player to be maybe 8, 9, 10 shots under par. Something similar to the US Open where we saw Jon Rahm won. All right, now, if you're looking for a golfer to play at this course, you want to look for somebody who finds the fairways off the tee. Someone like a Colin Morikawa, Jon Rahm, because someone who is a very inaccurate driver is not going to fare well here due to the conditions of the rough. They're going to find themselves in deep stuff, sometimes knee-high, and they're going to just be struggling to get the ball back in play. So look for somebody who's very accurate off the fairways. And also, the most important stat here is going to be greens and regulations. So if you look up at the top 10 for greens and regulations in the PGA, you're going to find the usual suspects: Jon Rahm, Colin Morikawa. So make sure before you make your bets, before you bet somebody this weekend, you want to look up those GIR rankings, the driving accuracy rankings, and that can give you a better idea of who you can find that will, possibly have a better chance at success this weekend at Royal St. George. I just watched an interview with the head groundskeeper, and he predicts that the players in the early AM tee times will have more success due to the low winds. So I think that's really key. If you want to play a first round later, make sure you're taking somebody who's teeing off very early in the morning before those winds start to pick up later in the day. All right. And an important fact is in 2011, when Darren Clarke won, Dustin Johnson was second here. So he is also very familiar with the course. All right. So make sure you just check those GIRs, check the weather. You want to check the weather as late as Wednesday night just to make sure nothing shifts last minute. But the weather overall should be pretty decent. So I have 4 free plays for you guys. I just want to go over those free plays right now. And last week we hit on Hank Lebioda top 20 at plus 225. We got very close with the playoff at plus 400, but it did not go our way. And unfortunately, Brian Harman shit the bed and did not make the cut for this weekend, for last weekend. So Brian Harman did not finish in the top 20 there for us. So I'm looking to get things started. Hopefully we can sweep this weekend's free plays. They're all plus money, so a 4-0 week would be nice. So let's get started with the freebies. The first freebie I have is on Mr. Second Place himself. Well, Mr. Second Place has actually won a major at the British Open. Louis Oosthuizen, top 20 at plus 110. Louis finished in second place in the last 2 majors, which were the PGA Championship and the US Open. And I think Louis has what it takes, especially with his putting and consistent play, to not only finish in the top 20 here, but to also possibly win. So in addition to Louis finishing in the top 20 at plus 110, I will be sprinkling him to win it. You can find him right now around 30 to 1. The next free play I'm taking is Lee Westwood, top 20 at plus 225. Lee played well last week in the Scottish Open. I think his game's coming well into form, and he's from over here, so he wants to perform well in front of his home crowd, and I think Lee Westwood will easily finish inside the top 20 this week, so you can pick him up at plus 225, top 20 finish. The next free play I'm going to take is a fade, all right? I'm taking this golfer to miss the cut. This guy missed the cut at the Rocket Mortgage Classic, which is probably the easiest tournament of the PGA season. I think he's injured right now, but he's not really letting us know the severity of his injury. I am taking Webb Simpson to miss the cut at plus 240. His iron play, which is usually his strength, is just not there right now. He is all over the place with his irons. He cannot putt. He cannot find fairways. And, overall, his game is just bad right now. And I attribute that to an injury. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense why he's playing bad. So I'm taking Webb Simpson to miss the cut at plus 240. The final free play I'm taking is on my boy, Brooks Kepca, to be a top 5 American player at plus 180. That just means out of all the American players, he needs to finish in the top 5. You can also bet him to be the top American player at plus 900. He's also plus 1800 to win the tournament. So the final free play is Brooks Kepca, top 5 American player at plus 180. You can find all of these at DraftKings. I'm sure they'll be at FanDuel, PointsBet, all those other good ones, William Hill. So to go over those free plays again, it's Louis Oosthuizen, top 20 finish, plus 110. Lee Westwood, top 20 finish, plus 225. Webb Simpson to miss the cut at plus 240. And Brooks Kepca to be a top 5 American finisher at plus 180. I wish you guys luck. You can pick up the British Open package through Thursday morning at 1 a.m. Eastern. At that time, all buys will be cut and the tournament will be closed. So make sure you sign up by 1 a.m. Eastern to jump on this package. And let's have a huge weekend. Let's get another outright major winner as we hit Jon Rahm at the US Open. Good luck, guys, and I will talk to you guys next week. Peace.